Like the previous plot leak, this one indicates that both Antman and Wasp families will be sucked into the quantum realm in the movie. That's thanks to Cassie's, Catherine Newton, invention, something we see in the trailer. Cassie and Scott Lang, Paul Rudd, form one group. Hope, Evangeline Lilly, Janet, Michelle Pfeiffer, and Hank, Michael Douglas, are in the other. Quantumania will finally let us discover the civilization living in the quantum realm, something we've been waiting for since the first movie. Bill Murray's Kriller is one of those beings, an aristocrat who might have had a fling with Janet while she was living inside the quantum realm. The Quantumania plot leak also mentions the villains. MODOK is a mechanized organism designed only for killing. Or a big Corey-style head. More importantly, we'll get to understand the backstory of the Kang, Jonathan Majors, variant that will appear in Ant-Man 3. Put simply, Kang has a history with Janet, trying to escape the quantum realm. And he's killed Avengers before. Now he wants Scott to help him get out. Janet and Kang were both trapped in the quantum realm together in the past. He has a ship that can travel the multiverse. Janet and he were fixing it. He wanted to help her fix time so she could get her time back with Hope. Janet discovered he was evil via a neural connection he has with his ship. After confronting him and confirming his nature, she destroyed the equipment that made his ship work and trapped them both deeper in the quantum realm. Kang has been the conqueror ever since. He's been looking for Janet for revenge. Kang tells Scott he has beaten the Avengers several times. Kang asks him if he's the one with the hammer, and Scott makes a joke about people confusing him with Thor all the time. He wants Scott to help him get out of the quantum realm and says they should work together. Kang claims to be the only one who can stop what's coming. When Scott asks what that is, Kang simply says me. It turns out this might be Kang the Conqueror, that he who remains feared in Loki. Kang tells Janet that she gave him a lot of time to plot his revenge by leaving him stranded in the quantum realm. He tells her that when he leaves, the first universe he'll claim will be hers. Kang reveals he's built an empire and says he'll take it with him to conquer all the universes. Scott will reportedly get into the quantum nexus, where he'll meet variants of himself from the multiverse. Including Langs who aren't superheroes. He will work with those Ant-Man variants against MODOK. The final battle is huge and will resemble the battle in Aquaman to a certain degree. We see Giant Cassie fighting MODOK. She tries to talk him into switching sides. Giant Scott and Giant Cassie run to each other for a hug. He jokes about it feeling like he's hugging Godzilla. Kang has a standoff with Scott, Hope, and Cassie. Hank flies in with a legion of battle-armored ants and they attack Kang. He manages to hold them off with his powers. MODOK also shows up to help. Kang fatally injures MODOK. The family goes to MODOK's side as he dies. He rubs his tiny hand on Scott's cheek. There's an emotional moment where MODOK says Cassie was right about him and that he at least died an Avenger. Scott says he did a good job and agrees. Kang survived the fight and stops Scott just as they are all going back to their universe. Janet, Hank, Cassie, and Hope escape. Kang beats the shit out of Scott. Hope comes back for him. They almost manage to trap Kang in the quantum realm, but he escapes and traps Scott and Hope inside. That's apparently how the movie ends. Scott and Hope will be stranded, while Cassie will probably be trying to get them back. But then she'll find a mysterious detail that will make her gasp just before the screen cuts to black.